Rusame reader, Crow Song, and today I will be reading to you from Black Coffee by MysterySaviour. Now, on to Act 2, Chapter 34. What's that? What's what? That book. I've seen you with it twice now. I don't know what you're talking about. America frowned, crossing his arms and cocking his hip. I'm not an idiot, Russia. That little black book under your pillow. Russia moved his hand up to cover up the base of his pillow. What book? God, you're infuriating, America groaned, flopping in the bed next to his roommate. Stop trying to play dumb. Russia sighed, pulling the book out of its hiding place and opening it to read some more. I'm sorry. It's not important. America sat up slightly, narrowing his eyes at Russia. You evading the question makes me think it's important. Makes me think it might be something about me. Well, it's not. So don't worry about it. Russia avoided his friend's gaze, opting to delve deep into Australia's scrawlings. You're treading on dangerous territory, America, Morningstar warned, standing over Russia and taking a peek at the book. Stop being so nosy. Curiosity killed the cat, after all. America shifted his glare towards his endearingly smug asshole of a guardian. You're such a hypocrite! His expression softened into a more pleading one as he tried to get information out of the feathered guardian. What does it say? Oh, nothing. It's just Russia's diary, so there's lots of hearts and scribbles about how he's madly in love with you and wants to marry you and stuff. America blushed hard and gaped up at her. Really? Morningstar glanced up from the book to his face and laughed loudly in surprise when she laid eyes on his expression. Oh my God, no. Did you really think... Wow, that is priceless. Morning gasped it out between laughs, hunching over and almost on the verge of tears as America's face fell. Jesus, seriously, Morning. Uncool. Not my fault you fell for such an obvious lie, she chortled, flicking away the tears that had escaped. You're an asshole. And you're gullible. This is stupid. Well, hello to you too, America. America groaned as he flopped down onto the bar stool next to the Soviet Union, burying his face in his arms as he shielded himself from the world while resting on the table. Just like old times. Need a drink there, America? Asked America's much younger sister, Fiji, a woman who knew how to make the best drinks in the world. America popped his head up and smiled up at his baby sister. Gigi, I missed you. I wish I could be around more. Fiji shrugged and smiled, patting his head condescendingly, making Soviet chuckle as he sipped his vodka. Fiji had been slightly surprised when he came to her bar asking for literally just a bottle of vodka, but she couldn't really judge. That is all right. You work hard at your university to become astronaut, so I not mind. Fiji giggled, her broken English poking through. She hadn't had the same troubles of America and Australia, having kept her language and culture intact for the most part. She much preferred to speak Fijian, but wasn't all too fussed to switch to English for her family. Still, that's no excuse. America huffed, burying his head into his arms again. What seems to be troubling you, America? USSR asked, raising an eyebrow at the miserable country who was almost unnoticeably mumbling to himself under his breath, in a way that made it seem as though he were actually talking to someone. Strange. No offense, old man, but why do you care? America chuckled dryly as his sister set down an ice-cold drink in front of him. Condensation dribbling down the glass. Whiskey on the rocks. The best cure for when he was in a bad mood. His sister knew him well. USSR laughed, a booming laugh that echoed throughout the large room. What are you drinking buddies for? The two shared a laugh, and America downed his whole glass in one go, immediately getting a top up by just putting his cup back down on the counter. Well, it's a bunch of things, really, America admitted. Mainly with Russia. He's trying to hide stuff from me. I don't know. I'm just worried. He gulped down his drink again, Fiji pouring him some more as she listened intently to the conversation. That sounds like my boy, Soviet chuckled, shaking his head. Don't take it too personally. Chances are, if it's important, he'll tell you. That is what I keep telling myself, America mumbled, guzzling his third glass of whiskey. He was fairly tipsy now. You could tell because when he got drunk, he would speak in posh English with traces of a British accent, which was only just starting to flare up. All right, that is enough of that, Fiji chuckled worriedly, placing a bottle of beer in front of her big brother. Drink this. Is lighter. America nodded and smiled at her, popping the cap off and taking a few gulps. Russia had already seen his eyes, and an episode. He probably hates him. No, he definitely hates him. He took another swig. I'm sorry your living situation isn't great, but mine is going quite well. I'm happy to report mine is quite good. USSR grinned, barely even tipsy at all, despite the alcohol he had consumed. Oh yes, do tell, old chum. America laughed, feeling a bit better. He and Soviet used to always go to the nearest pub, get absolutely hammered, and just complain about shit. It had been a while, and he really missed it. Britain's actually really nice. A bit too cheery for my taste, but certainly something. Oh, that's my dad for you. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with the butchers? America asked, as he began finishing off his bottle of beer. What do you mean? Risky said you have a law firm, but butchers? Soviet laughed his loud laugh. Oh, my wife owns that butcher's. It's been in his family for generations, and we all help out there from time to time. I run a law firm, as you know. Wow, old and boring, America teased. Watch it, I'll sue you, USSR joked, making all three of them laugh. Morning laughed out dreamily. Hmm? What was that about? It's, is the alcohol. It messes with me. Morning managed to get out before making a squeak-like sound, and zapping filled America's ears, and he straightened up in surprise. Whoa, are you okay? America resisted the urge to look up at his guardian, who was once again sitting in a very unconventional place, literally on the inside of USSR's empty bottle of vodka. It phased through her like everything else did, but it was still weird. Yeah, I'm just spiffing. Morningstar giggled drunkenly, falling onto the counter and snuggling her face into the polished wood. I was just gonna take a nap. And with that, Morning disappeared. And that's the end of this chapter. That being said, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. Anyway, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.